So your test has been taken, and now it is time to review the results. This video demonstrates the process of finishing and evaluating a test and generating the results for you and the participants of the test. Log into your first class account and navigate to the instructor conference. To access your test, double-click the My Test icon from within the instructor conference. This will open up a display window of all your tests. In the columns, you'll see a variety of information about each test. The first attribute is an icon that shows which tests are in progress or open, and which tests are out of date range or closed. The last attribute displayed for each test shows the number of students who have taken the test out of the number of students who have been assigned to the test. So you see here the second test has been completed by all the students, and I can go ahead and start to grade them. When you're ready to grade a test, select the test from the list and click on the Mark button. This will open the marking window. This shows you the status of each student's test. Along the left side, you'll have some action buttons. Unlock Selected Test and Unlock All Tests will make the test available again for students. This is particularly helpful if you have a student or the entire class that needs to go back and revisit a question, or even multiple questions. The options to send selected test results and send all test results will generate email messages with the results of the scoring to the selected users. This will be demonstrated in a few minutes. Mark and Review Selected Tests gives you access to review the student's completed test. The Hide Student Names button allows you to evaluate the tests without knowing whose test it is you're working on. So let's say I'm ready to grade a test. I'll select the student from the list and then click on the Mark and Review button. This will open an options window to select which questions I want to display for the review. I can show only the unmarked questions, or I can show only the unmarked questions and questions where students have written a note to me, or I can go ahead and show all the questions. In this first scenario, I'll go ahead and review all the questions and the answers for the student's test. This will open up the test window with the questions. You'll see some navigation buttons in the upper right corner and some options down below about assigning a score or editing a response. In this first test, the first question was just information about the test. So I'll go ahead and hit the next button. And I see here, for a true-false question, what the student answer was versus what the correct answer was. On the next one, question 3 was a multiple choice question where there's only one right answer. And again, I can see that this was automatically graded for a score of 2 points. This question here was a multiple choice question with multiple responses. And again, the student answered all the questions correctly. Now if I wanted to add a note that would go back to the student, I could go ahead and click the Edit button for teacher response and add some information here. Well done with this question. To give the student some positive feedback, or maybe to give them some help as to where they might look if the answer had been incorrect. Here we see a fill in the blanks option. And again, I can look at the options and see what they might have gotten right and what they might have gotten wrong. In this case, they supplied the answer chatting, while the correct answers were chat, instant messaging, and IM. if I want to go ahead and give the student this credit, I can go ahead and edit what they got and provide them a score of 9 points out of 9. And I'll go ahead and save that option and go ahead and move on to the next question. Now here was a short answer question, and clearly the student had no good response. So I might give them a couple points just to be nice. Now all short answer and essay questions have to be hand graded, so they cannot be automatically scored. When I've answered and gone through all the questions and reviewed everything, I'll be prompted if I want to continue and review it again or if I'm done. So in this case, I'm going to say, I'm done. I don't need to continue. Closes it out, and notice that it updates my marking window. So this user has completed the test and the marking is complete, but the results have not been sent. Now I have one more test to do, and in this case, I'll come down here, select the Mark and Review option, and this time I'm just going to show the unmarked questions. Since all my questions except for the short answer I can use as auto-graded, and if I'm not concerned about any other of the questions, I can go right to this particular question. So here is the short answer, and while a good response, not the one I was looking for. So I'll provide a few points for the student's effort. And again, I'm prompted if I want to continue, which will let me start looking through all the questions again, or if I want to go ahead and say I'm done. So I'll say no, I don't want to continue. And now all of the questions have been graded for all of the tests. If I'm ready now to send out all these results to all of the students, I can go ahead and select the Send All Test Results. This button and the Send Selected work exactly the same way. It presents a dialog box that says, who do you want to send the results to? Well, I want to send to the student, like a copy for myself. And then if I choose, I can add either a conference name that's published into the first class directory or to another user. This is particularly helpful if you want to go ahead and warehouse all of your results to a specific conference, or if a guidance counselor or something might like to see these results. I'll go ahead and check that for this, and I'll click Continue. Now at this point, the system is generating the emails and providing those out to the users. And when it's all done, it will close out and we see that now all of the results have been sent for all of the students for this test. With all the grading complete, you can now move on to generating summary reports for all the tests and the questions. We'll see that in the next video.